Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Right.
We are live. We are live and direct. So listen up. My name is Erika McKinley. I'm the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders. And y'all know already, when I get excited, I talk fast. So if you want me to slow down, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to need you to keep up. This is my lovely wife, Dorothy.
I'm the National Director of National Business Builders. I am so excited about today and this movement.
And we are here to celebrate National Women's History Month, which is
it's just a month. We need to have the whole year.
I think y'all need the whole year, man. But listen, guys, as you're jumping on, do me a favor, drop your CD in your state, like it, share it, and tag somebody. And I'm gonna start tagging right now. Actually gonna tag our guests so they can actually share it to the timeline. So good morning and welcome to this morning's call. Now, y'all already know we usually have this call on Fridays. Okay, this call is usually held on Fridays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a special month, okay? It's a special month. So give me 1 second and let me share. You gonna share? Share and tag the ladies. Go to our business page. Share and tag the ladies, and then I'll share with you. See, it's easier because I'm always doing this by myself, but it's easier when we tag team this thing. So we got the grandkids upstairs on automatic.
Yeah, they on autopilot.
Autopilot right now.
Y'all see me disappear, y'all know what's up. Okay.
But we're gonna tag y'all guests as well, and you'll be able to share that with your timeline. We'll give you the opportunity to do that as well. And if you are jumping on right now, get in our chats, drop your city and your state. Ladies, the guests, please do me a favor and drop your link to purchase your
link or your cash
app, whatever it is, okay? And we're going to encourage them to, right here. So, and we are going to keep on moving right on here in a minute.
We're doing some tagging. Y'all just bear with us a little bit.
All right. So how y'all ladies doing this morning?
I am doing
I am better than amazing.
Awesome. Y'all looking better than amazing.
Y'all up early and stuff, and there you go, do it like that. All right, okay. So we're still tagging. We got Miss Lilith Lumpkins coming on from St. Louis, Missouri. Good morning, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Hey, she just wrote an amazing book as well. That's one of our associates and and I know it ain't about her. It's about y'all. You have a book right here?
No, it's upstairs.
It's upstairs. But she's a new author as well. So y'all ladies are doing it, man. Y'all doing it.
That's amazing. Listen, we don't mind sharing the spotlight with amazing women.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lilith, make sure you share it, please. And let me see what we got right here. I think we did in the private chat. Okay. So what I want y'all to do is I'm gonna copy these in a little bit, and I'll put them in the public on the public timeline. You tagging them right now? Okay. So you guys check your Facebook, ladies. Dorothy should have tagged y'all. I'm going to give you an opportunity to share with your timeline and your friends and your family. And you say you shared it already, Pastor. Pastor keeps popping out.
Right.
She's got that country.
Yeah, it's that internet.
She got that country.
She'll be back. She'll be back.
She's going to be back. So if you're just jumping on, y'all, look, I like to have fun, man. So if we just jumping on, Erika and Dorothy McKinley, National Business Builders. This is Talking Business with NBB, and we are hosting for the month of March. All Saturdays, right? Every Saturday, we're talking about some phenomenal women who have collaborated to come together as co-authors to write and tell about their story, amazing stories. And I'm not going to hold the mic too long because I want them to be able to share their stories. We got Pastor Erika Moore, who was on the call as well. She is the visionary
of the silent movement. We are so excited for her and her vision. So, Pastor, take it away. Tell us about this great movement.
So, The Silent Cry, The Secrets of the Dark is more than just a book. As they said, it is a movement. It is a movement that's dealing with trauma from whether your childhood, your adulthood, wherever you've gone through, and it's women and children coming together to unite and to heal in a in a healthy way instead of holding or carrying all the pain from your past. You know, we want to be able to strengthen and educate so we can educate others and let them know that it's not okay what you've gone through, but together we're going to get through this. So we're standing, you know, we're coming together, we're talking about it. Prophetess Melissa Blue was one of our speakers. Actually, she opened up Women's Month for us, and she tore that house upside down. And I'm still getting messages saying, wow, this was so for me, this is so needed. And I decided to do this so I can heal, because I didn't know that I was dying a slow death. So now that we're here, I'm surrounded by 9 other beautiful co-authors in this book, not to mention a whole team for the movement itself. I'm excited. And while I have the mic, before I forget, we are celebrating the Silent Cry Secrets of the Dark, their 1st anniversary this month. So we will be celebrated by having 5 phenomenal women, well, six phenomenal women who will come and they will minister the word of God to the people. It's a fundraiser. We are raising money for scholarships for children who are in these criteria, whether it's homelessness, rape, molestation, domestic violence, any type of abuse. And we're also raising money for housing for mothers or single parents who are losing their homes, who have lost their homes. So I thank you for this opportunity, Dorothy and Eric. Thank you.
Awesome. We're just so excited about that. And a one year anniversary. Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know it was gonna be a year. You know, I guess, you know, when you came to me about the opportunity, you know, I didn't really know much about it. But this has been your movement for a year. So that's awesome. That's amazing. Yeah. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Please let us know, because we like to celebrate as well. We love celebrating success. So let us know what we can do and how we can help. If you need us to participate with anything, where we can donate, all that good stuff, you know. So let us, but that's amazing. So if you all are just jumping on, we are interviewing. This is round 2, y'all. This is round 2. Some wonderful young ladies who have actually come together to share and write about their experiences. They're putting pen to paper and sharing this information. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you don't understand what this movement is about, everybody goes and experiences some type of trauma. Everybody experiences some type of trauma. And I've been told that the one of the best ways to get past it is to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And I've also heard that writing is about it's therapeutic. Right. It's therapeutic. So I'm gonna start with our first author this morning. Look at her smiling. She's smiling. She's ready to go. Hey, Ms. Melissa Blue, how you doing this morning?
Hi, how are y'all doing today? Thanks for having me on this wonderful show.
Awesome. Thank you for agreeing to come out. You know, I see you got a beautiful background. That's wonderful. It looks like it's a beautiful day where you are. Where you at right now?
I'm in Sanford, North Carolina.
Okay, Sanford, North Carolina. Cool. Yes. That's about 2.5 hours. Yeah. Probably blow about 3.5 hours from us right now. We're in Columbia.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So why don't you do us a favor and tell us just a little bit about yourself? Where you from? You're married, got kids. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am from Sanford, North Carolina. Been here all my life. Been out exploring a little earlier in life, but I came on back. I do have 2 beautiful children. 28 is my daughter is 28. My son is 26, and I am not married. Been divorced for over probably 10, 11 years, I guess, maybe 12. Been ministering in the gospel over 10 years. I have many brothers and sisters. I'm just grateful that I work and as a customer support assistant. And I just love people, and I love reaching out, doing things with people. I think sometimes my love for people is misunderstood. However, I just don't allow it to change how I see people. But I'm grateful for this movement. I'm grateful that Pastor Erika reached out to invite me over, because it's kind of like pull me out of my comfort zone. Sometimes I think we as a women get stuck in a place and we won't launch out into unfamiliar areas, and it keep us in a place of cycles sometimes. So I'm grateful that she reached out and grabbed me.
Well, you know, that's you know, you have a large family. You know, you say you've been in ministry for over 10 years. I want to know what made you decide to be a part of this. I mean, because everybody has their own reason for sharing what they share. But what made you? What about this project drew you to and made you want to be a part of the project?
I suppose I'd written a book years ago, and I didn't know where to start, didn't know what was I supposed to be writing, and even and when she reached out to me and asked me, and I was like, sure. Didn't know then. I said sure, but at least I know I would be accomplishing something that I know I was supposed to have done years ago, and I didn't want another year to go by and I not accomplish it. And the one thing I did tell her that whatever you do not let me back out of it, because sometimes I put my hands to something, and sometimes when a rejection come, I don't plow through it. So I was determined that I was going to do this. And even what's so crazy, when I started this book, I started writing, and just the other week, what I was going to write about, it's almost like God changed all of that. And he's like, that ain't what I want you to write about. I want you to write about this. So I'm having to rewrite some stuff and got to in a area rewriting it.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's a powerful insight that he gave me. And I'm sure a lot of us deal with it. A lot of us deal with it.
That's amazing. It's something how God changed your whole thought process about what you wanted to do when you started writing.
Yes.
You know, that's amazing. That's you know, you got to listen to the word of God, and you got to do what he tells you to do. You know, so that's amazing. That's amazing.
Well, you know, it's funny you say, you know, you. When we take us out of the equation,
right?
There's a lot of room for what God wants us to do anyway. You know, He already has His plans for us. You know, our ways are not His ways, and our plans are not His plans. So I mean, I love the fact that, you know, you're there, you're asking for accountability, you wanting to be held. You know, when I was in the military, we say we hold the feet to the fire. You want to be held. And it's
like that.
When you have accountability partners, what happens is you're not going to back out. You're not going to. Now, just remember this now. This for everybody who's listening to this. If you ask me to help you be accountable, just know that I'm gonna be your accountability partner. So it may get you a little perturbed.
Right. Y'all.
Right, and that's one thing I love about Pastor Erika too, because you know she's gonna make you accountable now. Just like yesterday, she posted in the group. You know, she want to ask, okay, how you ladies coming along, you know, with your book, you know, and what's going on, y'all? Okay, you know, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting there, you know, slowly but surely, but I'm getting there. So she'll hold us accountable, which is a great thing.
Yes, and one thing about Erika, I do know it's like she's always available. She's like, if you need some help, which I thought I was gonna need a lot of help. And when I did meet with her, she's like, oh, you're gonna be fine. You don't need this, you don't need that. She said, but I'm here if you need me. And sure enough, just like she said, once I got started, you know, I hadn't had to call her but one time, which I thought I was gonna have to call her at least once a week. I mean, twice a month or something. But it's been pretty good about it. Now, one thing, whenever I call, she's there. When I text, she's there. So she's a really good visionary to help see what her project is through. A lot of times, you know, when people get a vision, I watch them sometimes to see how excited they are about what they're trying to get me to do. Because if you haven't bought into it, don't expect me to buy into it. So I can truly say that she have been right there anytime I needed her for this great project.
Absolutely. I don't know about y'all, man, but I get tired of people watching me and trying to see how consistent I'm gonna be and how much I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do. But that's what we do.
Because they watch. They're watching us, y'all.
People who watch, they will see how much you're going to be involved with what you say you're going to do, and then they jump in. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. We have to check people out. We have to make sure that they're doing what they say they're going to do, and it only makes you even more excited because you know somebody's committed. We're talking about commitment right now, you know, and you got to ask yourself, are you committed? So, guys, if you're just jumping on, we're going to take a quick pause to actually recognize our sponsors. Yeah, that's right. We got sponsors. We moving up in the world, right? We got sponsors. So we have gonna recognize two of our sponsors right now. And I'm gonna share the screen. So before I bring on the next guest, I'm gonna share the screen because I didn't do a great job the last time, but I want to do a better job this time. So this is one of our sponsors. I hope you guys can see our screen. I actually brought the website up, and you'll see their information scrolling across the overcame. But this young lady, her name is April Frazier. She's out of Charleston, South Carolina, and her company is Butter Me Up Hair and Body Butters LLC, and she has some phenomenal products, amazing products, guys.
Yes.
We support her.
Yeah, she keep us nice and slick over here. We love it.
But all her products are natural. She has natural products. So if you guys are interested in seeing what she does, if you're interested in actually finding, if you don't have anybody who supplies you, make sure you check her out, okay? And also, we're going to be putting some packages together, not just for random individuals who are actually coming on, but we're going to also put packages together for the ladies.
Yes,
so all of the packages.
Yes,
okay?
you guys are going to get some product from each one of the sponsors.
And then I got to recognize one more sponsor before we move on. Can you guys see that?
I see Butter Me Up.
Okay, give me 1 second. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to share this. Y'all know about technology. Y'all already know about technology, don't you, Pastor?
Yeah, I struggle with it.
It can be a beast sometimes. So we got one more that we're going to share right now. We have a total of 4 sponsors, okay? And we have one that we're going to share. There we go. Okay. This young lady, her name is Lorraine E. Bradley. She's out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Actually, it's Brownsville, Louisiana. And she is down in Marquee Grill and Catering, LLC. We just saw her a couple of days ago.
Yeah, we was just at home in Louisiana.
And she actually dropped some stuff out.
She actually gave us some samples and everything for it that we're going to be sending out to you guys. So we're excited.
I'm going to tell you, if you like to cook, if you love to cook, she's got some products. She does them all herself. Everything is coming out of her kitchen and it's all love.
Yes.
Lorraine Bradley, thank you for being our sponsor. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just jumping on, we are here talking about some phenomenal women. Let me stop this share. Some phenomenal women who have decided to come together. See, when you got a vision, you find other people who are heading in the right direction, the same direction as you,
right?
And want the same things out of life. You may not do everything the same exactly, but you want people to walk with you, walk along with you, beside you. You don't want to be dragging people along. You don't want to grab people by the ankle and drag them because that gets tiresome. But you're talking about people who are looking to improve themselves. And we just heard from Miss Melissa Blue. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Now we got coming up next, and she's smiling. She's getting excited.
Yes,
you love the spotlight, don't you?
Listen, you have to know what my name means. It literally means bright light. So I'm ready.
Well, we got Miss Bright Light. We got Miss Bright Light.
Yes.
Miss Robbi E. Listen. We know we had a conversation the other night, and I know you do a whole bunch of things, okay? Yeah. But let the viewers know. And while she's doing that, Miss Melissa, go ahead and get in the chats and the comments. And I want you to put your contact information so your audience can actually purchase your book, pre-order your book, okay? Well, we got Ms. Robbi E. Ms. Robbi E is going to tell us where she's from. She's going to tell us what she does. She's going to tell us a little bit about her personal life, her children, her life, her whole thing. So go ahead, Ms. Robbi.
Yes. So first and foremost, I do want to thank the amazing Miss Erika Moore for inviting me onto this platform. I met her. Listen, I have met some of the most amazing people virtually. So I met her online a little bit over a year and a half ago, and it has been an amazing ride ever since. I remember when she first launched the Silent Cry, I would be on my walking trail, on the calls, and so it was exciting. So when she asked me to be a part of this project, it was a no-brainer for me. I'm listening to Melissa. I'm like, girl, we are so kindred spirits, okay?
Yes. I love you, girl.
I was supposed to write for my whole life. That's what I do. That's something that's always been in my heart to do, but I never took the initiative to do it. And Erika knew that about me too. So I was not surprised when she asked me to come along for this amazing project. I am the mom of 6 amazing children, ranges from age 21 to 13 years old. Like Melissa, I've been previously married, divorced for 11 years. Me and my ex-husband actually do a co-parenting live on Tuesday.
Amazing live too.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been very good. I'm the owner of Resuscitation Task Force CPR Training Center, born and raised in the Dallas area, so I still live in the Metroplex as of now. We have 9 locations throughout DFW. I'm a wellness advocate, but my favorite part of life right now is getting back to me. Okay, so I'm so about myself right now, and I know that sounds crazy, especially for moms, but we give so much of ourselves to everybody else, to our businesses, to other relationships, so we neglect us. So that's what I'm all about in this season of my life, just me.
That is amazing. Getting back to me, I love that. I love that. And you said you have 6 children?
I do.
Wow.
Fabulous.
Girl, you look fabulous. So
Yes, you do.
You know, I had my first one at 12. No. No, I was 16 actually.
Okay.
I was 16 years old. I actually gave birth to my oldest son 2 days after my 16th birthday. So he has literally grown up with me. They are outstanding kiddos. They do a little bit of everything. Believe it or not, I have a yaya baby. Don't ever call me a grandma. I would not accept
I know that's right. Look, Gigi, don't call me grandma. No, I'm gonna do it.
Yes, I have a beautiful granddaughter. She'll be 2 in June. So it's been fun.
Okay. Awesome. So tell the viewers, tell us what made you decide to go ahead and join this movement.
So it's crazy. Again, it was a no-brainer for me. When Erika asked, I was on it. I'm like, sis, you know, I'm in all the way. But like Melissa, it's funny. I'm telling you, girls, stay out my head, okay? I started writing and I got all my thoughts together. And I had to go and rewrite, okay? And so one of the things that I've learned in this season of my life is so many of us run away from darkness. We're so afraid of, we've been taught to be afraid of darkness. But what I've learned in this phase of my life is actually going into the darkness helps you to illuminate your light, to shine and break that stuff up, to go ahead and diminish all the decay and all the worries and anxieties in those situations, to heal from it and move on and help others heal in the process. So that's what this project was for me. I've been having some breakdown, ugly cries in writing, but it's been absolutely liberating, and I cannot wait for the world to see what God has laid on my heart to share. Now, unlike you ladies, I'm not bold enough to walk in ministry, but my grandmother pastored for over 50, 60 years, so I'm a pastor's grandchild. So I know all about it.
It's in the blood. It's in the blood.
So
I know all about the Lord. He is the head of my life, and I give honor to God and everything that I do. But at the end of the day, I'm a little rough around the edges, so it might be a little cuss word sprinkled in there. I'm gonna try to keep it PG-13. I share this word that was laid on my heart.
Love you, girl.
We love it. Keep it real. That's all I can say is just keep it real.
So you're a PGC.
There you go. There it is.
And the thing of it is, though, Robbie, I'm telling you, everything is not done on the inside of the house of the Lord. I tell people tell me all the time, you're a pastor. I said, I said, and if by chance I am, it's not with walls. I'm not putting walls. I mean, so you are more than what you do. Trust me, honey, you are.
And everybody has a ministry. Everybody has a ministry. Everybody has a gift and a talent. And I need everyone that's hearing this. You understand. You may not be in front of a pulpit. You may not be in front of a large audience, but you have a circle. You have a circle of people who are actually looking at you. And this is one of the things that I stress to our clients. I stress this to our circle. And I stress it to myself as a reminder. Somebody is always looking at you. They may not hit like. They might not comment, but they're following, they're looking. There are people around the corner like this, because I'm gonna tell you something about bad news. Tell you about something about bad news. Bad news travels fast.
Yeah.
Good news sails along.
Right.
But bad news travels fast. So hopefully this good news is gonna help to get you ladies out there even more so. I know you have you got your own show, Robbie. And that's amazing.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about that show, because this show is with you and your ex-husband, right? Y'all talking about security. And I listened to it one day and I was like, man, they so good together.
We all said that. We all said that to them.
Listen, y'all can cut all that out, but he is my friend for life. We have an amazing daughter. She is my youngest child. He's an absolutely outstanding individual. He was. We married kind of young. Neither one of us had very healthy relationships or experiences with marriage. My grandparents have been married my entire life and way before I was even born. But it's different when you came from a broken household. I actually was going to invite you and your husband and Erika, actually, and her husband to speak on that platform with us. But what we decided to do was to help people with some of the co-parenting issues that plague us, right? It ain't always been butterflies and rainbows with us, especially going through the divorce process. Even when I was in other relationships that kind of drew a wedge between our ability to even be civil with each other. So we just decided to bring that, to the forefront to provide healing, because at the end of the day, children go through everything that we go through. And it's very important to cultivate healthy relationships around them, and even to see you be able to operate outside of the traditional family. So that was very important to us. I do a lot of mentoring with single moms and teen moms. So I think it was important to shine lights on those situations. Every family, unfortunately, isn't born out of or birthed out of ideal circumstances. We all didn't get married before we had children. Unfortunately, we know we just learned late, right? I was an unwed mom of 6. I didn't even get married until after my daughter was 2 years old, and this was my last child. So it was so much stuff I did not learn. I didn't have the healthiest of relationships. And it's crazy because, again, my grandparents have been married my entire life, like almost 60, 70 years or more. But with that being said, my grandmother was the matriarch of our family. And so if you know anything about me, I'm very domineering. And so that is something that I'm working on, because I understand that I have to be able to let whatever man that is into my life lead. And that was something I was very rusty with when I got married at 25. So y'all can kind of see from watching the show, I still kind of, run stuff. I'm working on it though every day. That's part of my silent cry.
Okay. That's amazing. It's funny, you talk about the whole co-parenting thing because, what I was going to say is, with Eric, Eric was married before, we got together. And I remember back in the day, Lord, 23 years ago, he and his ex-wife, they didn't have that relationship.
Right. We wouldn't do no show about
it wasn't about that, but today they talk, they call each other, talk about the kids, and it's well, they're not kids, they grown kids.
They gonna always be kids to us.
Right. Yeah. But they're civil now. So, he definitely can relate to that part, about the whole co-parenting and how things change.
The thing I wanted to comment on something you said about, switching up your personality as far as letting a man lead. I'm gonna probably get some. I might get some hits if there's any men that's smart enough to be on the call right now. You'll hear it, but most times they're doing something in the yard. They don't think it applies to them. But I want y'all to know something too. And I said this the last call, and I said the next call. We experience trauma as well. But I want you to understand something. This call is not just for women. This call is for people who want to improve their lives and do better. As a man, you have to understand, a woman ain't gonna follow you just because you a man. You have to give her a reason to follow you. And that means you have to be doing the right things. You have to see, you don't just fall into the head position. And then so I get what you're saying. It has to be the right person that is actually bringing something to the table other than debt and bills and trauma and baggage and all that stuff. And they have to accept the role. And accepting that role, especially in a blended family, is going to step in.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It could be a lot. It could be a lot, but I commend any man or woman who steps into the role to help rear someone else's biological child. So
Melissa was kind of talking a little bit about that before we came on.
I'm still single, honestly. Not that I don't desire marriage. However, I'm not desperate to give up the peace that I have being God's woman, coming home to peace. Because the one thing I'm gonna have peace at is at home. That's right. And sometimes what I found out with I want to piggyback with Robbi about the blended family. You and your ex remind me so much of my ex. However, he haven't got himself together still. But we have I often told him that if you'd have just saw why God sent me in your life, the man would have been a millionaire. Honestly, God has gifted the man hand and he can lay some concrete. And I tell him, I said, sometimes I do get mad at you because I ain't supposed to be working 2 jobs. I'm supposed to be rich because you didn't listen to God whenever I came through your life. But in the meantime, we know how to have a blended family. We have people think I'm crazy sometimes, like, oh, y'all was meant to be together. Y'all no, because I mean, I left him and divorced him because he wasn't doing right. He wasn't. I didn't want my son to think that the way his daddy was in and out the house, doing this thing, doing drugs and stuff, that was the way he was supposed to treat his wife. I definitely didn't want my daughter to think that that's how she's supposed to be treated by a man.
That's right.
So I left. I said, Lord, I know, and God told me to stay, but I left. I'm like, God, and even to this day, he haven't gave me no reason. You know how sometimes you leave and go on down the road, and 4 or 5 years down the road, they get themselves together and they start blooming. The man's still struggling. I still pray for the man. I don't pray for me and him. That's been gone. But I still pray that his soul don't be lost. We have went to, just for the sake of my children, and he got a beautiful son that's I think he might be 9, and he would go on. His mom would let us go on vacation with him. I would take him on vacation with me and my kids. But we have had a family vacation where me and my daughter, we shared the master suite, and him and the kids, they shared the other part of the house. And people thought we was crazy, but I really don't care, because at the end of the day, we got to show people how to blend and love and past mistakes. So I often look at you, Robbi, you and Pinter. You tickle me when you say Pinter. It's really awesome, because people need to know that. They really need to know that. But the one thing about strong women, and I am a strong woman, however, I know how to submit to a man when it's the right man.
Yeah.
The right one. And a lot of times men come with and it's almost like I can discern. I tell them I ain't dating to play and I ain't dating to lay. I mean, I'm dating to marry. And if they don't come with that, then bye. I'm not desperate for no marriage. There are marriages that are together right now that's really not walking in truth, because some of them stay in different bedrooms. You don't even see the real truth of love whenever they step out of the home. Exactly. I can tell a fake when I see it, but if that's your truth, that's between you and God. However, like with strong women, I tell a strong women, I can tell a strong woman whenever I bring up submitting to the husband. The first thing they say is, the Bible says, submit you one to another. However, God won't talking to the husband. You search the scripture, you ain't gonna find nowhere in the Bible where the Bible tells the husband to submit to the wife. He only told the husband to love his wife as Christ loved the church, and also look at her as into the weaker vessel and treat her right. I'm paraphrasing now. Treat her right so your prayers won't be hindered. He didn't even tell the wife to love her husband. He just told her to submit to him. And a lot of times we as women have not been taught that we was created for the man and not the man for the woman. However, a real man who really know his place is not going to embrace a woman and act just like her fragrance don't mean something to his life. So you know what I'm saying? A real man.
Hold on.
Pass that offering plate.
Look, what's your cash app again, Melissa? I'm telling you, right?
Great information. We don't want to sidetrack right here.
Okay. Yeah, get back to
you're doing wonderful. We want to hear about this, because I'm sure some of this is in your book.
Yeah. He might. I don't know. I ain't got that far.
And but see, if it's not, then it should be.
Oh,
yeah, God is giving you something right now. I don't want you to lose your focus. I don't want you to lose your focus, because everything you're saying is absolutely true. Yeah. We want to make sure that everyone who hears this understands why they may be in the situation that they're in, relationship wise. Yeah. Like you say, ain't nothing wrong with being by yourself. It's best to be by yourself, the word says, if you cannot commit. That's what the word says. However, if you're out here listening right now, Pastor Bishop Evangelist Melissa has no, seriously, no, real talk. Because if you're thinking about it right, it's not that life is too short, it's what we do with life that makes it too short. There's nothing wrong with being a strong personality. I don't know any man that wants a weak woman is idiot. Yeah. But you want somebody who's stand with you, stand beside you, and also push you when you feeling down and feeling bad. So I'm glad I got me a strong one. I'm glad that I got God sent. If he finds a wife, finds a good thing. So I'm glad that I got my good thing, and I'm glad that we're in a position to where we're not where we were, some 18 or so years ago.
Right.
Amen.
You hear people talking about your silent cry, the secrets of the dark. There are things that brought you to this point.
Exactly.
There's experiences that have brought you to this point.
Right.
And what people don't know is that when you talk about peace, what people don't know is that when you settle for less, you settle for stress.
Mhm.
You can use that if you want.
That is so. Look, that's an ideal quote. And I just want to expound for a second on what Melissa was saying. My greatest lesson in this season has been to truly, when I say love yourself first, when you love yourself first and make yourself priority, your standards change. A lot of times we go into relationships feeling like we need people. You don't need anything. God created you complete. And so when you have a person in your life that you just want in your life and you don't feel like you need them, see, we can release our wants. We can't release our needs. When you go into a situation needy, you become desperate. And people see when that desperate air is on you.
On your face.
There you go. And they mistreat you and they give you the less because you're not owning your value. And so that is very important for us to know and own who we are, who God created us to be, because we're whole. We're not lacking anything. We came from an infinite universe that possessed all that we will ever need. And so when you start to look at relationships as something that's wanted, because you treat what you want well, but if you ever feel like you need it, you're going to be chasing that thing.
That's
and
right.
You're going to be like compromising for that thing. And that ain't what we need to do.
Love that.
When you get something that you want, you treat it well.
That's it.
When you walk into your presence, your whole ambiance. I've seen people walking into areas and they just look needy.
Yeah.
They just reach.
See it.
Yeah. Y'all ladies, man, and I didn't cut you off, Miss Melissa. I didn't cut you off.
You good.
To stop you, I cut you off to slow you down because what I want to impart was this. When we are talking about everything that you guys have experienced, everything that you've experienced as you're going to be writing, whether you have finished your assignment or not, these conversations that we're having, if you haven't completed it, like said, you started writing one thing and you will redirect it somewhere else.
Yeah.
I hear your story.
Yeah.
I hear your story, and your story is strong and supported. You don't need the truth doesn't need support. The truth doesn't need a lie to support it. So a lot of times when we get together with these personalities, we're getting together out of wants and not out of necessity or not out of, and I don't want to say that we need each other, but everybody is put here for some reason. Yeah. We're here we're supposed to pour into each other's lives. Yeah. We're not supposed to just take.
Right.
Yeah.
People have positioned themselves, and I often wonder why I'm always attracting personalities who just are needy.
He talks about that all the time. He's like,
God, take them away. How God?
Can I insert? This is what I believe. You know how the Bible said we are fitted and jointed together, and I just truly believe all these beautiful women on our on this co-authors and people that I meet, I just see them as personalities of Christ. And I always look to them what was, because we don't meet people by accident, or at least I don't. It's by divine encounter. And so we have to embrace, but the thing of it is, as we don't always embrace people for who they are, to see what is, because just because, say, like I may meet someone that may be just getting started with something. I may meet some millionaire. I may meet people that's, we are not, none of us are all the same. And sometimes we will neglect the fact of what was the purpose of us meeting, whether we brought strength, because when we come together, we bring strength for one another. Correct. But if I don't embrace you, then I can't receive the strength that you brought, because we're not all strong in every area. And sometimes we as human beings do not take the time to embrace why. As pretty as Robbi is sitting up there, she is a very outstanding, different fragrance of woman. And I just sometimes I go on her show and just watch it. I said, look at her. My daughter, when she first done the show, when we first done the reveal, she said, Mama, I love Ms Robbi. She said, I love the energy she brings. But there will be some people who have came to a place in their life that feel like that she just too much. They can't but everybody's not like that. I
Right.
meet no strangers, and because I just truly believe I know there's something in my life that I could bless them with. I'm not arrogant to that point, but I know because I carry the oil of Christ. Everybody need Christ. I get on the altar as much as I can because I need more of him.
Yeah.
And so, the reason why you're finding those needy people, because there's something inside of you that they need to
Yeah, they
raise
got to
them
give
up
to
from that
somebody
low
else,
place.
Pastor. They got to give to somebody else, Pastor, because I'm going to tell you right now, here's the thing. Something you said made sense, and it always makes sense. We all have something to give.
Right.
It
Yes.
just depends if you hold them back or not. Yeah, I don't need, I come to the table like here. That's how I come.
Yeah.
That's my personality. That's my
Sometimes I think you too giving.
That's
Yeah.
okay. It comes. But here's the thing, right? I'll never give to where it hurts us.
Right.
Yeah.
But
And I'll never give to where it hurts me.
Yeah.
See, what happens is we end up sometimes giving so much so, or call ourselves helping people so much to where we hurt ourselves. And I want you to understand that we're supposed to bear each other's burdens. But listen, when is it gonna be my time? So when you get to that point, don't get to that point. I made a post similar to what you just said. And it said that I'm more than just a Facebook friend request. I know my value.
Oh,
Wow.
I like that.
That's good.
Can I snatch that? I'll put your name underneath it.
Can I add something?
Go ahead,
Add something? So I've learned, as with Robbie and both Melissa was saying, when you are doing what you're supposed to do, when that man finds you, when you are not compromised and not even willing to compromise, when you are living your best life, your truth, when you are loving on you, then you won't settle for the crumbs on someone else's table. So when that buster comes along and it's questionable and he wants you to give him more, and you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing, you won't be distracted. So this is what I tell women that come into my lives in and out of church. Do you, but be fair, be true to yourself. Because like you said, when you find that right man, whether you are alpha woman or not, you will submit to that brother who is doing right.
That's true.
That's what I gotta say.
The reason why women, and we could talk about this all day, the reason why women feel the need to be alpha, especially single women or in our community, Black women of color, is because of the separation of what's happened in our lives as far as families. So we've been forced. The women are always been the backbone of our lives. But now in this society, especially nowadays, we've been forced to separate so that woman's been forced to carry both roles. Now, it's an amazing, strong, and intelligent personality who understands then when someone comes in to go to the back seat, slide back into that other role. But oftentimes you find women having to play both sides. They have to play both roles. Now, here's an issue. The issue is when we are so deeply involved in those roles to where we can't recognize that gift. That's so, there's a lot of people, if y'all are just getting on, I got to recognize our last two sponsors, our other two sponsors. We got four, y'all. We got four sponsors, okay? We just recognized Miss April Frazier and Miss Lorraine Bradley. We have two more sponsors. We're going to take a quick break. Let's recognize our other two sponsors. And coming up right now is, here we go, y'all. Pastor Erika, does that look familiar?
Come through.
Does that look familiar? So this is Pastor Erika and Apostle Adolph Moore of NBB Publishing, guys. They are our other sponsor. Listen, they are bringing a lot of life to people, a lot of value to people. You have a story. Everybody has a story inside of them. Everyone has a story inside of them. So it's up to you to come to grips with sharing that story. See, you ain't worried about what people say. People gonna say what they're gonna say. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. But anyway, but you got to understand that somebody is waiting on your story.
Right.
Somebody is wondering if somebody else is out there going through what they're going through. So a story is nothing more than a testimony when the test has been passed. It's not your test anymore. It's a story for someone else to help get them through. So if you have a book in mind, if you have a short story, a poem, whatever it is, get with NBB Publishing. The link is in the comments. Guys, they're our sponsor as well for this month of March. And we have one more sponsor to share, And they say Some people say, you say the best last. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this is the last one I'm bringing up.
He's a little biased right now.
I'm just saying the last one I'm bringing up. So this is my lovely wife.
Yes.
20 years on the 21st.
20 years.
20 years on the 21st of March, and she is the owner, sole owner of Wealthwear Designs by D. Guys, listen, she is talk about it real quick. So she here, I got her here, so she talk about it.
So my business basically came about because I wanted people to wear their wealth, right? So my whole motto is become what you wear, right? So it actually came about with the whole financial literacy aspect, because I seen that there was a need for it. And so one day I created this shirt, and it was called Straight Out of Debt. Straight Out of Debt, right? And when I created that shirt, that shirt took off like it was it was everywhere. So I just decided that I would go on and do things like that, talk about wealth and assets over liabilities and stuff like that. But then I decided that I would do other stuff like if your business needed branding, promotional products, stuff like that. And I do have some other things coming out. I mean, I'm just so excited about Wealthwear and where it's going in the future.
So those are our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. We have Miss April Frazier, Butter Me Up. We have Miss Lorraine Bradley, Diamond Marquis Grill and Catering. We have Pastor and Apostle Moore of NBB Publishing, and we have Dorothy McKinley of Wealthwear. Now we getting back to the show. That's the first time we've had sponsors. I wanted to do something special for this month, and I think we're going to do this on a regular basis. So if you're just getting here, this is in observance of National Women's History Month. Yep. Some amazing women that are talking about the silent cry, and it's a movement.
That's right.
And these two young ladies that are on right now, Ms. Melissa Blue and Ms. Robbi E, are sharing their stories. We have Pastor Erika Moore, who is the visionary of this movement. And of course, my wife, Dorothy McKinley, she's also involved. They're going to be co-hosting this with me for the rest of the month. But I want you guys to understand something. To be able to come on here and share just a little bit about yourself, it means a lot to us because we know time is important. We know that time is important, and I don't take anybody's time for granted. We can't get that back. I want to ask both of y'all individually, Pastor. First, well, all four of y'all, and I need y'all to keep it short because we're coming to the end of the hour. I'm gonna go Pastor Erika first. What feedback, if any, did you get or are you getting from family from reading the book? From writing the book. When they find out you're writing the book, what type of encouragement? You don't have to go into detail. As much as you can.
So I'm shunned from my family because of my dark secret. But when you say family, I'm gonna my husband, my daughters, they're all for it. Tell your truth. My family, my relatives will be against this because I'm doing something that we're not supposed to do. Instead of continue sweeping it underneath the rug, I'm exposing it for my own personal healing so I can be a better woman than I was yesterday. I gotta be better today because my past was defining me and it was hindering things, especially in my personal relationship with my husband. So I don't even care what they think, but the main people that are supporting me, which is my husband and my daughters, and I have 5, listen, do the doggone thing is what they say. They say that they're proud of me.
All right, okay. And then I can understand, I can understand it's both sides, and I'm not gonna play the devil's advocate. What I'm gonna say is this: if something happened to you, you should have every right to share and tell. Now, I'm not gonna tell somebody else's truth. That's just me. But if their truth is intertwined with mine, they can get it. That's just how it is. That's just me. You've been around me long enough to know me. I'm a straight up shooter. So I understand, and being in the African American community, we're going to get there. We've been taught to keep things silent. We've been taught to ignore things, but just be aware and understand that you're being supported. You have support, and we're behind you 150%.
Absolutely.
Yep, you guys are my family. I forgot about that, so please forgive me.
I was
That's
gonna
right.
say, family is not always blood related.
Yeah.
That's right. You guys are my family. Please forgive me. That's right. So I'm getting much love then.
Pastor Evangelist Bishop Blue.
I love that.
Better receive it.
Lord help my brother. Lord help my brother.
What type of what are you getting back?
There are some family members that have came on board, and matter of fact, my daughter, she was my number one fan. She was on board with me from the beginning. She was like, she gave me my first $50 for my book, and my son, they are very, very on board with it. My siblings, one have already purchased. Some of my family have, and there are some that it's been the Lord that has really graced me. I've gotten over my 50 books right now for pre-order, so I'm working beyond that. And it's just been God. Honestly, it's just been God. It's just been the favor of God. It's been nothing that I've done. I do a lot of people that's on my page. I don't know. I do know. I think Apostle told us to go on and delete some friends. And sure enough, there were some people that had the same names and stuff. I deleted a bunch of them, and a whole lot of other people coming on. So it's just the favor of God that has caused mine to grow. But sometimes you can discern stuff. Some is good, some is not, but I really don't care. I'm with Robbie. I'm loving me.
That's right. That's right.
You got to think about it. Everybody's not going to be on board with what you're doing. Truth doesn't need any support. And if you're going to see, we start to see who actually is with us when we start talking the truth. Yeah.
Because everybody don't want the truth. However, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna help them be great in whatever truth they want to walk in. Because that's truth of God.
There's a scripture in the Word to talk about the wheat and the tare. We talk about that.
That's right. They grow together.
We're gonna grow with them.
They're gonna grow together, but they ain't gonna go together.
Come on.
Ms Robbi, talk to me.
So the people in my life that value me and I value, they are all on board for this journey. They like, girl, we've been waiting on you. So I am coming through excited, never looking at the naysayers, but they watching too. And I will greatly autograph them a signed copy with love when the book is released. So I'm taking on no negative energy whatsoever. I'm absolutely in love with this writing process, with the opportunity to be a part of this amazing project. So that's all I focus on. It's all love this way.
Exactly.
It sounds like some advice I gave somebody when they said they were having some concerns. I said, hey, send them a copy and autograph it.
Hey,
Listen,
I think for a couple people it will be free and delivered
FedEx,
okay, to the front door.
There's no such thing as and I want everybody to hear this. There's no such thing as haters.
Yeah.
Drop the mic. Good God.
It's no such thing as haters. There's people who congratulate you and people who don't understand you, but ain't no such thing.
Yeah.
It's just like winning and losing. We don't lose, we learn.
I love that.
Well, like Abby said, the ones that are for you, that's your family. You know what I'm saying? That those are the ones that you worry about. So I don't really worry about, it's funny because I have family that are watching on my page, right?
Yeah.
Have not supported. So I spoke with my brother a couple weeks ago, and I hadn't really announced to my brother, about the book, because I was just kind of waiting a little bit. I hadn't announced to him. My brother's not on Facebook. And so, after our conversation, he was like, oh, what's this about writing a book? Melissa told me. I was like, yeah, I'm writing a book, so that's to let you know that your family, they're out there watching, right? But they're trying to be nosy, and they're trying to be in your business and, be nosy. So I was like, yeah, I'm writing a book, but my thing is, you out there, you gonna go and tell my brother, but you're not supporting.
What a pre-order. That's what I want to know. Yeah, what a pre-order. Yeah.
But either way, everything's going great. Like I said, the ones that support me are the ones that are truly in my circle, and I don't worry about who's not. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. You had something, Robbie?
No, if I can interject, this project is really not about other people. This was for me. This was for me to complete a task that I know that I've been called to do forever. So this was more of an assignment, an accomplishment, an expression of self-love for myself, more than anything else. So if nobody else buys this book, and I've had some amazing people, a lot of them are probably watching this morning, so I definitely want to thank everybody who did wake up, because it was 7 o'clock my time. You know, it's Saturday, people like to sleep in. So I definitely want to thank everybody who did hop on, and the people who did pre-order receive amazing gifts. Those came from Ms Dorothy, y'all. She did her thing on those gifts, so we want to thank her for that. But the project was definitely for Robbi. It will be for me. It'll be plastered all over my house. Something that will be passed on over for generation to generation. Something my children can be proud of, to say, my mama is a published author, baby. And it adds to the resume of me. So I was excited about it. I've been like leaping in my spirit. At first it was some resistance because I don't like crying. I'm a gangster. Gangsters don't like to cry.
I love her.
She gonna pull up.
I will pull up and bust some windows out and all that. So you have to tune in on Tuesday to find out more about the crazy side of me. But I'm
you sound like what's the lady's name? Blue. I bust the windows out your car.
Jasmine Sullivan.
You know, we kindred spirits, me and Jasmine. You know, it's all good. But no, this was just an outstanding opportunity for me. I'm so grateful again to Ms. Erika Moore for the platform. Just for the person that she is. We've had some amazing conversations. Like I said, we virtual friends, but I will be driving to North Carolina to see her really, really soon.
Let me know. Let me know.
Okay. That's right. We're gonna set you up, Melissa. We're gonna set you up.
I don't do cold at all. I'm not doing cold.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And, you know, I'd like to also say thank you, you know, for everyone that has supported, you know, thus far. I see Brenda Cohen. She's one of my biggest supporters as well. So thank you so much, Brenda, for supporting, and everybody else out there that has supported and that will support. Thank you so much.
I want everyone to understand this. And if you're just jumping on, we're coming to the top of the hour. I want to first of all thank you, ladies, for coming on, because I know you had to coordinate your schedules and everything to do this. So I appreciate this. But also I want everybody who's listening, all the viewers that see this on the replay, if you know one of these ladies that have actually co-authored the book, don't just talk about it.
Yeah.
The best way, actually, you know what? The best way that you can really show support is not to purchase the book, but to share the information.
Yeah.
If somebody else needs to hear this. Right. Now, I want all these onlookers, these people who are looking around the corner, that's saying whether they're going to be family members or whether they're close associates. I don't have a lot of friends, so that's just that. But for the people who are actually looking, I want you to remember something that you said, all you ladies said. The book is written for you, not for them. So if you are a family member or you're a close friend or you worried that you wronged somebody and you think you might be up in the book, don't worry about it. It ain't about you. It's about healing. Right. And if you are someone, if you're somebody's friend, if you care about someone, if you love them, then you're going to put them first and not worry about how you feel about something being told or something being shared. We got to get out of that mindset and stop worrying about what people think about us, because people don't think about me what they want to think about me, and it ain't changed nothing but made me go hard. That's all. I love it when people talk about me. That's all free publicity. Get my name in your You know what I'm saying? Because I wake up in the middle of the night when people, I hear my name in the middle of the night, I'm looking up. Yeah, they talking about me. So, oh my God. Don't worry about that. Be assured that you're doing the right thing. I believe that this is going to be continue to be an amazing movement. I'm excited to continue to talk about this. This is just week 2, so we got 2 more weeks in the month of March. Yes. And I know y'all schedules are going to be all over the place, but if y'all can get on the rest of the calls and share the information as we're doing, and share. Yeah, just get with the person that shares this with you. If they have something they're doing, support them in whatever way that you can. Okay, ladies, make sure don't privately tag me. Do it in the main comments. Put your contact information for the people who want to purchase your book. Drop it in here. This is all about you. If you got a business that you're doing, drop that in there too. This is all about you. This is going to be played again. It's going to be replayed, and people are going to see this. Coming up, Next Saturday, we got week 3. Okay, week 3 of interviews of some amazing authors. We're still talking about this silent crime movement. Okay, still talking about the silent crime movement. So week 3 is coming up, and I'm excited because I love what you guys are doing. I love y'all's energy. Y'all making it easy. To this show is easy. Go ahead, man. This show is easy. So I know we're coming up at the top. Do me a favor. Leave the audience with some words, Ms. Melissa. If you had anything that you could share with the young ladies, not just the ones ones that are maybe your age, but the younger ladies, what would you leave with them? 30 seconds or less.
I would say to all young ladies and even young men, love yourself first. Learn, most of all, get in contact with why and your purpose of why you was born, and that's going to bring you back to God. Get a sensitive ear to hear what God is saying to you. There is so much greatness inside of you. Do not listen to the inner voice that's inside of you that comes against greatness, that's telling you to move forward and move out and do. Find out what God is saying about you, and don't let nobody's voice speak louder to you than God's, and go and put your footprints in the earth and be great.
I love that, man.
I love that too.
Ms. Robbi, what you got? 30 seconds or less.
My thing would be to lead with your no, so your yes has more value. And whatever you say yes to, make it a resounding yes and kill it. So,
all right. Okay. So, Pastor Erika.
Yes, sir.
We will retire this call, and we're gonna do this again next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Absolutely.
I want you to be encouraged, each and every one of you. I know it takes time and coordination to get on these calls and to share your time. So I really appreciate it. I can't stop talking about time enough because I'm just starting to get mine back. So I really respect the time. Robbi, I'm gonna talk to my wife and see about getting your show. Just watching your show.
I want you guys on there. I think you can bring a different perspective and more value. So let me know your schedule because we definitely want you guys to be a part of that. And thank you so much for inviting me to this amazing platform. You guys are amazing.
I misspoke. Watching your show. We got to get on that.
No. You're going to be a part of the conversation.
And Miss Melissa, we're right up the road, so we'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Sounds great. Sounds
we'll
great. Not that I don't love you, but I love your wife. I just see so much greatness bursting out of her. My God, I just love. I love the platform that we all have been embraced to. I love y'all.
Amen.
I love you, Erika.
I love you more.
Thank you.
So, hey,
thank you all for joining. We are so excited about this movement, and we will be back here on Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with 2 more of our amazing authors of the Silent Cry Seekers of the Dark. Okay.
This is Eric McKinley and Dorothy McKinley signing out. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. We'll see y'all at the top because it's
Amen.
at the bottom.
Amen. Thank you.